The moment to purchase Tesla stock is now. It has been trending lower, and as of right now, it is 60 points below its peak. However, I can assure you that this is an excellent organization in the long run. We'll explore the fascinating task of calculating the quantity of cars manufactured and delivered by each manufacturer for each month of the second quarter in this video. Now, if you're prepared, let's get started. If you haven't already, remember to click the like and subscribe buttons. Starting with Tesla Shanghai, we concentrate on car deliveries in April instead of production because it is our final objective. Although the precise number of automobiles created is unknown, we can estimate that between 70,000 and 80,000, or maybe we'll talk more about this later in the film. Tesla Shanghai announced an astounding total of almost 76,000 vehicle deliveries in April. We project a manufacturing total of roughly 73,000 automobiles for this month. June is calculated similarly, with the exception that it has 30 days, so that 25 days of productivity are produced. That means that June will produce about 70,000 cars. When May and June are combined, Shanghai produces about 143,000 cars in Q2. With formal confirmation awaiting, if we include the previously estimated 75,000 vehicles produced in April, then Shanghai's total Q2 production figure would come to between 218,000 and 220,000 vehicles. Outstanding figures, especially in light of the current market conditions and price reductions. Let's now turn our attention to Tesla Fremont. At the moment, Fremont produces about 1,700 cars every day. We calculate that Fremont produced around 51,000 automobiles in April and about 53,000 vehicles in May by multiplying this number by the number of days in April and May, which are 30 and 31 respectively. When April, May, and June are taken into account collectively, Tesla Fremont is projected to generate roughly 153,000 vehicles in Q2. At least for the time being, this performance is in line with the factory's maximum capacity of approximately 650,000 automobiles. Berlin, too. Tesla is producing more and more these days. They recently accomplished an incredible feat. They surpassed a weekly production pace of 5,000 automobiles. That comes out to an astounding 714 cars being produced each and every day. But let's delve a little farther and examine the expected chaos of Tesla Berlin's second quarter. We would estimate that we could anticipate 20,000 cars in April and 21,000 in May. With June approaching, Berlin will have a non-holiday full month of output. It is anticipated that with additional advancements, the production pace will reach 800 automobiles per day. Multiplying this by 30 days, we may expect a whopping 24,000 cars to be produced in June alone. In conclusion, Tesla Berlin is expected to produce just under 65,000 cars in Q2 2023, setting a new record. Let's now discuss Tesla's Texas Gigafactory. Because of the advanced 4,680 batteries, there have been considerable delays in Tesla's operations. But even at a more leisurely rate, things are moving forward. My calculation for April's manufacturing pace was 570 automobiles per day multiplied by 7 days, or roughly 4,000 vehicles for the month. We project a production pace of 600 automobiles per day in May, which will result in a total of about 18,600 vehicles over the course of 28 days. This corresponds to a production of roughly 17,500 cars in June. In conclusion, it is anticipated that Tesla's Gigafactory in Texas will produce little under 52,000 cars in Q2 2023. Tesla Shanghai has already produced 412,000 cars, excluding April. Assuming a 90% delivery rate, there would be around 447,000 vehicles delivered to Shanghai overall in April. We can add 75,000 automobiles to the estimate of total output in order to account for the number of deliveries. As a result, we get an estimated production number of more than 487,000 automobiles. Tesla would have delivered about 870,000 automobiles year to date in 2023 if they were to deliver over 447,000 vehicles overall. This would be an amazing accomplishment. A more complete picture will be available when Tesla Shanghai's May numbers are released, which we anxiously anticipate. A future update on these figures is coming ahead, so stay tuned. They plan to increase output, which means that record-breaking deliveries are imminent. Let's investigate the expected stock values for Q2, Q3, Q4, and even the end of 2023 by clicking the like button. First quarter of 2022, Tesla is expected to produce an incredible 447,000 automobiles. The expansion is exciting to see, and the figures are astounding. But we also have to take into account the average selling price, which went up to $45,000 in Q2 as a result of growing costs. The company's bottom line and overall revenue are impacted by these pricing increases. Now, let's examine the finances in more detail. We need to take into account the leases, gross income, services, and credits. The gross profit margin was 18.3% in Q1, and for Q2, we're anticipating it to be roughly 18.4%, cautiously. We project total car sales of over $20 billion to reach gross earnings of over $3.7 billion. With a GAAP net income of over $2.7 billion and a non-GAAP net income of over $3 billion, the revenue estimates for the second quarter alone total to nearly $25 billion. There have been notable swings in Wall Street estimates regarding Tesla's expected earnings per share. These estimates began at 81 cents and have since stabilized at 71 cents. It's crucial to remember that these numbers might not adequately reflect the recent price hikes that have been seen in the market. Tesla's non-GAAP earnings per share are now expected to be 89 cents, which is a promising number. This increased estimate suggests that there may be a possible surge in Tesla shares, particularly if they exceed the predicted 71 cents by a substantial amount. In this case, we might observe a price-to-earnings PE ratio of 55 or even 60, which would suggest that the market is placing a high value on the company. But let's take a conservative stance and think about a PE ratio of 50. This cautious estimate allows us to estimate the target stock price at $176 per share. It's crucial to remember that the present price of Tesla stock is about $170, so if the anticipated earnings per share beat projections, its value could rise. An overview of Tesla stock's potential development and value is provided by these computations and factors, enabling investors to make wise choices in this volatile market. Let's now turn our attention to Q3 and project Tesla's sales, earnings, and stock price for 2023. Get ready for additional development with an average selling price of $46,000. My conservative estimate for Q3 deliveries of cars is $465,000. The car gross profit percentage will rise even further as a result of this increase in average selling price, reaching only less than 19%. Because of this, it is anticipated that Q3 car revenue will surpass an astounding $21 billion, and Q3 vehicle profit will rocket past $4 billion. After accounting for costs, energy, and other variables, we predict that Tesla will generate over $26.5 billion in sales in Q3 and earn over $3 billion in net income, the difference between the GAAP and non-GAAP estimates. This equates to 88 cents for GAAP earnings and 99 cents for expected non-GAAP earnings per share. Tesla has made some quite impressive estimates for Q2, Q3, and Q4. The company's future is bright, with steady growth evident in the numbers. In the event that Tesla surpasses forecasts and exceeds expectations, the company's stock may see a sharp increase that may drive its PE to 55 or perhaps 60. For the time being, though, I'll keep with a PE ratio of 50, which translates to a share price of $176 in order to be conservative. Naturally, there's always a chance of falling short, which could result in a PE of 40 or 45. But if they are able to beat earnings again, a PE ratio might increase to 55 or perhaps 60. Yes, things might become interesting. According to my study, Tesla looks set to close out 2021 with a boom and enter 2024 strong. Friends, get ready for something amazing I have in mind: the delivery of a staggering 500,000 cars. The fact that each of these cars is anticipated to sell for an average of $47,000 gives the situation a thrilling new angle. That's not all, though. The projection that really stands out is the steadily rising vehicle gross profit margin of Tesla, which is expected to reach a remarkable 19.2%. They can expect to make about $23.5 billion in total vehicle profits, which indicates that their profitability per vehicle is skyrocketing. It's understandable that their revenue is expected to reach an astounding $29 billion given such an astounding figure. The success story of Tesla doesn't end there. There are additional revenue streams to examine, such as their energy-related activities. When we factor in these supplementary sources and deduct the corresponding expenses, the results become even more amazing. We're looking at a mind-boggling $29 billion in total sales for the fourth quarter. And their net income is anticipated to reach $3.6 billion. Keep in mind, this is meant to be a recession year. So if all these predictions come true, that would be mind-blowing. Compared to the other automakers, Tesla's performance would look off the charts. The EPS non-GAAP is estimated to be around $1.16, brings us back to Q4 of 2022. That's pretty impressive considering the challenges they faced. By January 2024, we should be back in a bull market, which makes a PE ratio of 60 seem reasonable for Tesla. However, if things take a turn for the worse and there are a few more price cuts and unexpected events, the PE ratio could drop back to 40, 35, or even 30. Now, let's be realistic and discuss the potential price ranges for the end of this year. I'm thinking the stock could hover in the low 200s, reaching as high as $220 or even $240. My price target for the end of this year is $260 per share, reporting on the latest predictions. And updates, it's important to approach the following information with a hint of skepticism. However, keep in mind the number 400,000, as it signifies the expected delivery of vehicles in the second quarter. While these figures may change in the future, it's crucial to stay subscribed for further updates. Now let's address the burning question, is this a favorable time to invest in Tesla stock? With its recent price decline of 60 points from its peak, coupled with its reputation as a strong long-term investment, many are contemplating their next move. To help you navigate this decision, we highly recommend that you do your own research and study them carefully. Please remember, though, this is all just a prediction, so take it with a grain of salt. Always do your due diligence and research before making any investment decision. So keep this number in mind, folks, 447,000. That's the number of vehicles Tesla is expected to deliver in Q2. That's pretty much everything for this video. If you like this content, please be sure to give the video a big thumbs up and make sure to subscribe to Tesla Stock News.